Yes, they're drawn that way, but I don't care. Let's have fun today. Oh shit, that rhymed, okay. Oh! Yo, dudes and dudettes, your friendly neighborhood JaxBlade is back. And you ever notice how in anime there are tons of kids and teenagers that are just abnormally yoked? Like, you see them, and even without training and newbie gains, as we've talked about numerous times on this channel, they are just more massive than some grown-ass men. The fuck is this boy eating? Well, today we're going to be talking about a realistic way that these characters could actually scientifically achieve this without much training, called Myostatin Related Muscular Hypertrophy. What? Now, there are actually tons of great videos on myostatin related muscular hypertrophy that I've seen like on YouTube. Like, there are countless versions of them, so you can by all means check those out. But I just wanted to do my own version of it because like I had a lot of fun doing the Science with Jax thing last week, and also like I got the purple gloves now. Come on. Can I get my Dexter's Lab on, please? Can I get my Dexter's Lab on? So first off, what is myostatin? Well, myostatin is a protein growth factor produced in the body to help regulate the size of the muscles during embryonic development. And basically, to make that in easiest terms, it keeps you from getting too jacked, all right? It keeps you from putting on too much muscle. And I've talked about that in depth many times before, why it's important not to get too jacked. And you can see like all the videos where I've talked in depth about that before. You can go on my Would That Work Out playlist or any playlist you want, nerdy fitness topics. Just follow any of them, all right? Like, hit that bell icon and subscribe. We talk about this nerdy stuff all the time here, this nerdy fitness stuff. I love it. But so then, what is myostatin related muscular hypertrophy? It is a rare disorder / mutation characterized by increased muscle size and reduced body fat. Affected individuals born with it have up to twice the usual amount of skeletal muscle mass in their bodies, and they also tend to have increased muscle strength, so they can be stronger than the average person. Now, myostatin related muscular hypertrophy is not known to cause any medical problems, and affected individuals are intellectually normal. Okay, so can I roll this back a bit? This is a disorder? This is a disorder. Boy! You are literally born better than most individuals and have no negative side effects because of it, unless you're like raised wrong and develop some narcissistic ego. Note, if you were born this way, please be a Disney Herc, Tarzan Broly, or a Himbo Superman, not a Homelander. Calling this a disease or disorder is like when in X-Men 3 Storm said, "Is it true they can cure us?" No, they can't cure us because there's nothing wrong with us. Excuse me? Us? Us who? Aurora, all you gotta do is dye your hair and you're pretty much a demigod. But hey, it's 2021. People seem to love variety. People love the streak in my hair. But poor Hank out there looks like Cookie Monster in a fursuit. We fought a giant frogman last week, and if I really fancy a boy and decide to give him a blowy, will actively suck the life out of him, and not in a way to boost my ego. Us. That American accent fucking you up, girl. Damn. Ridiculous. Ha! It's Jax with science facts. Nerd time. All right, let's get to it. Okay, like one of my favorite things about this is taking stuff that's overly needlessly complicated and making it super easy to understand for you by breaking down like the science and stuff behind it. So let's get to that. Here we have an average regular ass Tommy Pickle style baby. All right, you know, a little rugrat right here, just normal. And that means he has a lot of fat, very little muscle, and that's normal. Remember, like I talked about last time, like having fat is not bad unless you're like morbidly obese. And this is just an average baby. Like your average baby is born like this. You know, a lot of fat, little muscle, adorable little dude. Alright? Not bad at all. Then we have this Joestar singing Hanma buff, lot of muscle, little fat motherfucker right here, who is like, just came out looking like, oh, I got a six-pack, dad. I'm a way better than you, or something like that. Just because that's how they're born. They have this myostatin related muscular hypertrophy, and they were just born a lot more diesel than most human beings are. That's natural for them. Now, for them, they have a cool little benefit because they have higher muscle. They naturally have higher metabolism. Remember what I talked about last week? The more muscle you have, the more muscle means more active tissue, which means higher metabolism, which means you can eat more, means you can get your Goku on. So it's cool. But a problem that these people usually undergo, like most of these kids with this, is they get muscle stiffness. So again, it's important that they make sure they do their yoga or martial arts or anything to keep the flexibility up, right? You want to make sure you got all the things mobile and loose and stuff like that. You don't want to just go at it and just be star stick walking sideways through doors like this. You want to make sure you have that mobility, all right? So that's the thing that's important for them, because that is like the only side effect from what I was researching that is the negative for it, is the fact that they are like stiff most of the time if they don't stretch properly. Now, as time goes on, you naturally grow up and you naturally get stronger and you naturally put on muscle just even without working out. That's just how it is. Like, you will get stronger and more muscular as you grow up, not to the size of like, you know, a bodybuilder or something like that, but just naturally growing up. Like, you are stronger than your baby self. And if you aren't, then we need to have a serious talk, because that ain't right. So anyways, as you get older, you get more muscles and you get stronger. You know, that's average stuff. Everyone knows that. Now, for these myostatin related muscular hypertrophy babies, a lot of people will just assume that, well, since, you know, you get muscle and get stronger as you get older, when you get to like this age, you're going to just be like, unleash your power, Yusuke. I want to see your maximum mind, Broly. I can do whatever I want. I'm a pillar man. I'm going to do every JoJo pose possible because I can. But that's not necessarily the case, because most people with this mutation, while they will be bigger and stronger than most people, they're not going to be like super insane. Like, the most they would be is like, think of like Ryan Reynolds or Thor naturally. Like, they could just do that naturally just from them growing up. Like, it's crazy, like the way this genetics works from all the stuff. Like, I highly recommend you check it out after this. It's super, super cool just to look at. But because they have larger than average muscles, if they start training at a young age and get newbie gains on top of that, their gains are gonna be way, way more impressive than like anyone you've ever seen. Like, this will be like some Olympic level bodybuilder stuff just from their mutations, all right? Because remember this, they are naturally built this way and they're naturally cut this way. So like, the fact when they do this, they get like extra results out of it. It's insane. Like, it really is some legendary Super Saiyan Broly shit. And something else I want to bring up about these myostatin related muscular hypertrophy people is they have the potential to have a better VO2 max, as we talked about last video. If you want to know more about that, check out the video where I was talking about the conditioning and stuff like that if you want to be a bigger fighter, because they've had it their entire life. This is just a natural thing for them. So if they actually train themselves, they can have a much better VO2 max than most people and actually move like actual Baki and, you know, Kengan and Jojo and all these other characters, Kenshiro, all these super yoked Escanor looking characters. Like, they can move like for long periods of time if they train from a young age, because this is natural for them. It's not like something they added, they just naturally were this way. And when we bring that up, let's talk about like the average person doing this. Now, the average person, depending on your genetics, like everyone's genetics are different, we act differently, as I've always said about before. Like, depending on you, all right, it's just the same shit. Like, you will have your average muscle, and then like you'll do your training, and then you'll naturally build muscle and get stronger after your training. Alright, but remember this, like, strength and muscle aren't unanimous. Like, I've talked about that in depth before. You can watch this video on like how you can be small and strong as well. But I just want to bring that up real quickly because some people get it twisted like that. But basically, yeah, after you training, you'll be bigger and stronger than you were before primarily. Now, some of these people will decide to become natural bodybuilders and see what is the max they can achieve for themselves, and that's when they reach their genetic potential. That is the most amount of muscle you can naturally put onto your frame with your lifestyle due to your genetics, you know, also like the myostatin we talked about earlier plays a role in this. But like, again, this is primarily a genetic thing. Some people can naturally put on more muscle than others, some people can't, so they're gonna need, you know, a little extra help, you know what I mean? Like, we've talked about that many times before, you know, a lot of extra help with that. That's what they want if they want to go further than what they are now. And I know some people watch this may be like, well, that's not fair. Like, why should I even try? Like, no, we don't do that on my channel, okay? We do not do that on my channel. You can be the best you can be. All right, I don't want to hear like this stuff like, as long as you are doing the best of your ability, then that is what's going to take you furthest in life. Because so many people will see other people achieve something that they just can't for themselves, and then they'll get disheartened and they don't even try. And no, that is not a mentality we're trying to be. Be the best you can be. It's not going to be the same for everyone, but it's the best for you personally. And however you want to get there, just go for it and know that you can do it just as long as you believe in yourself. But remember, do not do this for the approval of other people. Because remember, like, it doesn't matter. Like, those people you're trying to like get approval from, they will eventually go away. Like, those people aren't going to be in your life forever. You should aim to be the best you for yourself, so when you look in the mirror every morning, like, it's your butt ass naked self, you're like, yeah, I like that. I'm pretty awesome, all right? Don't worry about other people. Focus on yourself, and it will make you so much better. Now, it's cool to get admiration from other people. I'm not gonna lie, it is. It's super nice when someone's like, oh my God, your abs are so sexy. Oh, your God, your arms are so great. But like, don't make that the primary reason. Do it for yourself, and you'll go further. Like, that's the beautiful thing about human beings. As freaking my boy Saitama said, we have the ability to change. So anything you don't like about yourself, you can always change. And if it doesn't mean like you can, you know, some people are more genetically blessed, that doesn't mean you give up on yourself completely. Like Goku said, even a reject can surpass an elite if he trains hard enough. But again, it's like I said last week, it's just primarily because they're drawn that way and the creators can make them look that way anytime because it makes them look stronger and powerful, and it's just like a cool little look because, you know, that's the thing. But this is just a cool little thing I found out, and I was like, that is be a fun topic to talk about, just like how they realistically could be that way even without all the training and newbie gains and stuff like that. So I just wanted to do it. I hope you had fun. This was super fun for me. Anyways, if you made it this far in the video, I always like to see who made it this far. So type in Joestar Gains, just like, you know, just type Joestar Gains. It lets me see who made it this far. And also as a bonus, tell me who's your favorite Joestar, because like the first three, Jonathan, Joseph, and Jotaro, they most definitely had this. I don't care. Like they most definitely had this. Like once they got to Josuke and Giorno, it's just like I started to fade off a bit, but I always just love that. I just love how like they were just like so jacked just so naturally for so long. I love that about it. Me personally, my favorite Joestar is Joseph. All right, I just love him. He's the GOAT to me. But also, since it's a new year, I want to let y'all know that I have a new program out that I designed based on how heavy are the dumbbells you lift. It's a follow-along dumbbell program that comes with meal plans, cardio routines, a calendar, dumbbell workouts you follow along with. Like they're super fast, super fun, super effective that you can do for the entire new year if you want to. I made it, it was super fun. I actually did the workout this morning and it like wore me out, so I'm happy about that. And if you're interested, just click that link down below and check it out. Another thing, my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle video, again, worked on. The copyright stuff we are chipping away at, and I'm super excited to like show y'all when it finishes. Like this is one I've been building up for months and months, and I'm just like super excited. So I hope all of you will be in like the live stream premiere when I do that. So that is going to be so fun to finally have that completed and done. But again, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's just a super short, fun video that I hope you enjoyed. And remember, like I always say, keep calm, booyah on, and don't forget, momentai. Hope you have a great rest of your day and go train hard this new year. Booyah.